Right, gents, hello and welcome. This is a series I'm going to be basically running on here of a little chart series. So, in short, what I'm going to be doing is I've got a 200k account with ACG Alpha Capital Group, and I am going to be showing every single trade that I take from stage one, unpassed, to then getting a payout. So, I have taken a fair few trades which I have not gone over yet just because I've been busy. So I'm going to go over all the trades I've taken so far, show you the journal, show you the executions, show you exactly why I'm taking these trades. But in short, this series is just to show how easy it fucking is, and also to show the approach I'm taking with the prop firms. So this is with Alpha Capital Group. In this, I'm risking 1.66% per trade on the eval stage, so phase one and phase two. And then the live stage, I haven't decided yet, so I will decide that in due time. But I'm going to show you my approach, how I'm taking it, and the exact trades that I've taken. So this account is a MEC account, so full MEC for the full MEC model, and it is a London session only. But this is with ACG, so ACG are one of the best firms in the game, and I am partnered with them. I was trading with them, those boys, and ACG for a very long period of time before I even became affiliated with them. But if you always want to go over, check their stuff out, you can use code willows at checkout, and that will get you, I believe, 15% off of your evals. So any size account, any size evaluation, you'll get 15% off. But I'm going to go over all the trades that I have taken so far on this account, on this 200k, and I'll show you the journal, everything and every fucking thing. Okay, so first of all, we need to get this bitch in replay mode. Okay, cool. So with the full MEC bias, we are looking at the 4-hour time frame only, whereas the hybrid, we're obviously looking at the daily 4-hour and 1 hour. With the full MEC, we're just looking at the 4 hours. So when we're looking here, we need to be looking at the most recent fractal break of structure. I don't know why this won't fuck off, but we need to be looking at the most recent fractal break of structure, which in this case is going to be of this fractal to the downside. And when it's to the downside, that means that we are going to be bearish and that we can move on to the next step. So we obviously are quite close in this case here to potentially breaking above this fractal. So this is something that I was keeping an eye on at the time to make sure that we did not close above this fractal high, because obviously that would then switch my bias. But until this candle closes, I'm not looking at it. So we drop down to the 5-minute time frame now. Okay, cool. So when we are going to be bearish, we're going to be marking out previous session highs. And due to the fact that I'm only trading London session, it's only going to be a sweep of Asian highs I'm looking for. And as you can see right here, we swept Asian highs, literally first candle coming into London session, this candle right here swept. And then after that, what I was looking for on this day, or every single fucking day, because I trade the exact same fucking confluences every day, what I was looking for after that was a bearish candle. And you can see that soon after the sweep, we got that bearish candle. And this basically allows me to be able to draw the fake out zone. The fake out zone is in short a run on stops. You just want to see price come in the direction of bias and then push higher. So from there, I can use the fib tool from previous session low to the current session high. And this was a manual fake out. For those who know. If you don't, that's very unfortunate and it's going to suck for you. But as you can see, push down, then push back up. That's all I really want to see there in terms of the fake out. And then from that point there, we can just look for that break. And that break is going to be in line with bias, fractal only. And this is the 5-minute time frame that we're on. I'll just skip through. And for me, it does not matter how far past we go on the sweep, as long as our bias doesn't change in the time. Okay, so we're looking for that fractal break of structure. And for me, that is a candle body closure above or below. So due to the fact that we're looking for a bearish break of structure, it's going to be candle body closure to the downside. So it's going to be below. So right here, you can see we've got the fractal. This candle here closes below it, and that is all I need now in order to give me that confirmation that we're looking to actually go in line with where my bias is saying. So from that point, get the fib out from the highest point after the sweep to the lowest point after the break. And I am looking to get an entry on the 0.618 always. So my entry is and limits are always on the 0.618, and then I'm just targeting a fixed 1 to 3R. Now, in the case of this trade right here, it was a bit of a scuffed one because I was in short busy and didn't realize the trade was playing out. So I actually had to manually execute, and it led to me getting a worse entry. So I think I manually executed about here. See, price actually did tap the 0.618. I had a bit of a worse entry. I was still targeting the original 1 to 3 as if my entry was perfect, because I'm not going to make my TP bigger just because I fucked up. But I was completely fine. Like, obviously, understand, missed the trade, learn from it, whatever. And then price plays out, comes very close to fucking winning, and then boom, straight reversal. I believe Eaton FX in the Discord, Mr. Ethan FX, he called it. He fucking jinxed it, he did. So this is completely fine. Obviously, this is a peak one. However, this was under-risked accidentally, and I fucked up the entry, so I don't actually mind losing this trade. Obviously, it's a bit of a peak one. However, that is trading, that is the game. So that is the first trade that we took there. And what I'll do is I'll show you, this is the executions and such. I can fucking find one here for you. There you go. Boom. Okay, so I lost 2.3k. Now I am risking 3.2k per trade on the eval stage for both phases, but that was under risk, loss, completely fine. So as you can see, I've got the journal here. This is all the trades I've taken. I have now passed the account. Ooh, past phase 1 at least. But we'll go into the next trade. And the next trade was on the 4th of November. Right, okay, boys, I've zoomed us forward to the fucking 4th of November. So this is obviously another trade that I took on gold. So we'll start on the 4-hour time frame, exact same stuff again. And we're looking at the bias. So first thing we're looking for is where is the most recent break? And the most recent break straight away is right here and to the downside, meaning that I'm going to be bearish. So if I'm bearish, same scenario again, I'm going to be marking out previous session. That is my phone that I've just dropped with no case. Sick. So same thing, we need to be marking out our session times. And as you can see, we've got it here. So we got Asian session open, London session open, and New York session open. And we need to be marking out our previous session highs due to the fact that we are bearish. So we're marking that out right there. And then we're going to see if we get a sweep of that. And boom, right there, we did actually get a sweep. So I class an equal high as a sweep. That's completely fine for me. So once we've got the sweep, you can see we also get the bearish candle on that candle. That did sweep. So we can draw the fake out zone right there. And we're just waiting for that tap back in. Again, I just want to see price push into this zone at least, if not further. Just so I know that, one, we sweat more liquidity and we're taking out traders who have got in too early. But right there, you can see we evidently do that right there. And I'm just looking for that break again. Break to the downside, exact same thing every single fucking time. That is just the way that I trade. I trade a fully mechanical model. And this is the full mech model. So as you can see right here, fractal low, boom. This candle here closes below. Okay, cool. So fib tool from the highest point after the sweep to the lowest point after the break. And then you're just getting your fucking limits on the 0.618, then just waiting for that tap. Now, I always use limit orders. Obviously, the last trade that I took, I accidentally fucking didn't realize about the trade, so I did have to manually execute. However, using limit orders is a game changer, especially when you're managing a lot of accounts. Now, for me, I've got loads of different diversification and loads of different accounts, so using limit orders is the way forward. You're going to get a much more specific entry. You're going to cut out all psychology issues that you may face when you're waiting for price to retrace. And it's a lot more scalable when you've got a lot of accounts, which is obviously ideal. Well, you can see we get tapped in here. Yeah, cool. And then this was a bit of a techie one. This is why I also preach set and forget, boys, because this was a bit of a rocky road and a roller coaster. However, evidently, you do not know where price is going to go. And I believe I actually did, yeah, I did catch a little trail on this. I think I got like 3.25R, something like that right there, which is obviously good. So if I go on here, boom, 3R, this is actually 3.25. Obviously I do remember doing that. And yeah, you can see made 10K or 9,952. This is the executions. I'll get it fucking up on the screen as well. Here we go. Cannot say that this is not full transparency, mate. Okay, cool. So that's 2 trades deep. Now, there's a third trade on here. The third trade was a gold trade. I had my limits on. Forgot to take my limits off because I have a life as well and I'm managing a lot of accounts at the moment. I just forgot to take it off. I saw my order get filled and I just took it out straight away. I lost like $180, which is fuck all on a 200K. Evidently, plan break, whatever. Just literally said here, forgot to take off limit. Okay, cool. So now this is getting into the real fucking business because yesterday we had 2 3R fucking bangers. I'll go over them right now, if I can get out of replay mode. Now, these 2 trades were both taken in London session. Obviously, I'm trading London session only. However, both taken in London session, 2 different variations of the model. Now, first of all, what I'll do is get this replay bitch on again. So, EU first of all. Now, obviously, up until this point, we had only taken trades on gold. That was just how the fucking cookie crumbled. It wasn't by choice. I hadn't had a setup on anything else yet. But if we look here, 4-hour break. Most recent break, boom, to the upside. Okay, cool, so we're going to be bullish. Now, this is obviously going to be a bullish case. We've only gone over bearish stuff so far. And then from there, what I need to be looking for is a sweep of previous session lows. You can see we got drawn out right here. Boom. This was actually another equal low, swept it. Okay, cool. And then, boom, we get that break of structure. And this was actually on the 15 minutes, so I do not need a fake out. So from there, all I need to do, again, boys, it's so simple. Fib tool, lowest point after the sweep, which was here. Highest point after the break. Okay, cool. Now limits on. Now, this was a fucking 2 fucking bangers yesterday. I didn't even need to hit full TP on either. I believe at this period of time, I needed 13k to pass the account. So I got tapped into this trade. I think it was about 840. Boom, tapped in here, 845. Now, we can let this trade play out, and eventually it does hit full TP. But as you can see right here, if I just go on Euro USD, I got taken out for 4,340. Now, when you get to the point where you pass the account, ACG will just automatically take you out of your positions. Now, I was in both of these trades at the exact same time, so I only needed like minor wins from both. As you can see here, EU, I got taken out at 1.34R, obviously something like this when we got here, because then, and it did fucking hit full TP, mind, and it actually did continue to fucking rip for about 4 years, as you can see here. Ooh. And then, whilst I was in this trade, about 30 minutes after I got entered into the EU trade, I also got entered into this NQ Shortingtons. Now, NQ was bearish in the 4 hour again. Exact same way of viewing bias. I'm not even going to go over it. We had the fake out. We had the sweep. We had the break. And we got tapped in here. Now, from this one, got tapped in at 910. Ooh, execution check. Yeah, boom, cool. Here, you can see 5.5k, boom, tapped in here, and then I think I was taken out. It worked out to be like 1.74R when I calculated it, so got taken out here. So that is like, obviously didn't even need to hit full TP on both. I'm completely fine taking 2 trades at the same time with this account. Normally it's 1 trade per session for me, but as I'm only trading 1 session, you still need that high trade frequency, so I'm okay taking 2 trades in 1 session. And these obviously both played out in my favor. If I had held and if I had trailed, I would have made like generational wealth. But this is my only mech account at the moment, other than some futures accounts which are a variation of the mech that I'm not going to go over. But that is exactly how I have just passed phase 1. As you can see here, phase 1 passed. Yeah, so I'm going to be going over, obviously now we're going to be going into phase 2, be showing every single trade that I'm taking. I'll still be risking 1.66%. And then when we do eventually pass, if we pass, when, who knows, I'll be going over what I'm going to be risking, and then I'll be setting out like payout targets and such. But that is everything from me today, boys. That is how I've just passed that account in the space of 4 actual trades. But how many days are in October 31? 9 days. Passed in 9 days. So that's everything from me, boys. Take care. Peace, love, and unity. I will see you in the next update of this fucking thing. And here's the proof, gents. Here is the proof. As you can see, 200k account. Boom. To the dome. To the fucking dome. And you can see all the executions here. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. See you in the next one.